Well, all right, good morning, everybody. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Kill the music real quick. It's killed. Hey, so welcome to Connection Point. We're going to go and get started. It took me a second to get the live stream set up, so I apologize for just a little bit behind schedule. Hey. Getting into the slides. Hey, so our connection question today, I actually wanted to talk about the 6 personal perspectives. Because the reality is this is a difference maker between us and a lot of other people in the industry. It's these 6 personal perspectives. The one I want to focus on today is commit to the 80-20 principle. So there's this idea, and it's actually just a fact, that a fraction of the work you do every day produces the results, right? And what we've kind of seen is roughly 20% of the work produces 80% of the results, right? But the challenge is focusing on those 20%. What are the things I need to do every single day to get the results I need? How can I break down my big goal, right? However many units you want to do this year, so I can just focus on what I need to do right now. So what I'd like you to do is just turn to the people around you and just, if you could, for a moment, why don't you talk about what are the 20%, the top things that have to happen today. Go.
Talk to people. From the conversation,
my husband.
That's the weirdest one.
All right, guys, I'll give you one more minute. Like you only need 30 seconds. So, hey, come on back, come on back. You can always hear the room kind of come down. So tell me about it. What are the 20%? What are the things that you need to do today in order to achieve the results that you're desiring? What's your 20%?
Talk to people.
Talk to people. Yeah, man, that is absolutely a thing. You cannot sell a house to someone unless you talk to them. I wrote talk sell. Talk to people. What else? That's pretty blanket. Let's break that down. Talk to people. What else? What are also the things you need to do today?
Build relationships.
Build relationships. I'm going to say that qualifies under talk to people. What else? Yeah.
Marketing material.
Marketing? Sure. Yeah, setting up the follow-up stuff. So marketing. What else? All right, so I'm gonna break talk to people into 2 things. It's 1, develop leads. Right? If I don't have enough leads, what's the thing I need to do? I need to develop leads. How do I develop leads? I talk to people. right? The tendency is to say, I do marketing. And marketing is good, but marketing by its nature is low return, right? It's high leverage, low return. If I don't have any leads right now, can I afford to just do marketing? No. Nope, I've absolutely got to talk to people, prospecting, right? So develop leads, and then if I do have leads, what do I need to do?
Follow.
I need to follow up on my leads, yeah. Top 20%, right? So that's the thing. So today, what I want, the question in your mind as you go through the day is, am I doing my top 20%? Am I doing the top 20% of activities, right? So when you find yourself working on your website today, ask yourself, is there something that's more important I should be working on right now, right? When you find yourself kind of sitting there going, oh gosh, I really should be doing more social media posts, ask yourself, is there something more important I should be doing right now? That's not to say those aren't important things, but don't do the other things until you do the most important things. Make sense? Cool. Well, that's our 6 personal perspectives for today, and let's get into some events and announcements. Any thoughts on this before I change the channel? Anyway? What's that?
I was just talking about the bold law about success.
What is it?
Success is simple, it's not easy.
Success is simple. It's not easy. Yeah. And it's interesting because the not easy isn't that the activity is hard. It's that the discipline is hard, right? It's the showing up is hard, right? The activity itself, I mean, Gary Keller said that in The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. When I actually started doing it, what I realized is that it wasn't that it was hard, it's just that I didn't like doing it, right? Right? It's not that it's hard, I just don't like doing it. So overcoming that, doing something at the highest level, even when you don't want to do it, that's what differentiates the great from the mediocre, right? So if you want greatness, it's how do I condition myself to do what I need to do at the highest level, even when I don't want to do it, right? So thanks, Ray. All right, well, events and announcements. We have Ignite every Monday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Anybody going through Ignite right now? Anybody Ignite class? Cool. You guys want to share some feedback from that? Anything you picked up? Any general sense?
Yesterday we were just talking about the importance of capitalizing on social media.
Yep.
Kind of like that battle of obscurity, you know?
Right,
How
yeah.
to defeat that.
Cool. Any takeaways?
Get out there, make yourself relevant, make yourself, you know, the first person that comes to mind for their real estate needs.
Absolutely. Familiarity bias, right? When we're familiar with something, we trust it. And so that's where marketing comes in. Marketing gives you the ability to take these prospecting calls, these conversations, these relationships, and extend them so that when they go onto their social media, they go, wow, they're everywhere, right? And that makes you the one who's in close emotional proximity when they need to make a choice about what to buy or sell. What else? Anybody else want to, from Ignite? Changing lives, people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Robert.
Well, I'm gonna say that I took Ignite a while back, but what I picked up from it was I learned how to conduct an open house the proper way. You know, I'm not there to sell the house. I'm there to gain an appointment.
Yeah.
And that should be my one, thought is to get an appointment.
Yeah.
Not sell that house.
I am marketing
Unless it's my
property,
listing.
but I am marketing myself.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Ignite was really strong on that.
Good deal. All right. Well, hey, we have a class this afternoon that I highly encourage you to be a part of. This is Social Media 101 with David and Rachel and Emily. I'm not sure if you're going to be there too, but you're in the picture, so that's why.
We're really connected at the hip.
Yeah, there you go. So, but great opportunity. It's social media, and one of the things that I want to stress over and over and over and over and over and over again is you don't want to use social media, or probably you don't want to be used by social media. You want to use social media. So having a system and a plan is really important so that you're not a consumer, you're a creator, right? So get into the class and get your head start on that. That is today at 12:30, and you get a free social media schedule when you attend. Cool. All right, you guys have anything else to add to that?
Well, we're gonna go pretty much over the basics. I mean, I've done this class for the past few months, and I find it interesting that people still struggle to how to do a bio on their profile. So I know there's help that these agents need, and me and Rachel are here to talk about the basics, how to have a good profile, talk about branding, what to post, obviously, and answer any questions that they may arise during the class.
Good. Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, we've got 100 Days to Greatness with Alice Beachel. This is a Buffini coaching class, and if you guys are familiar with Brent and Alice, they are some of the leaders in the Riverside metro area And they attribute a lot of that to this, some of the things that they've learned through this course. Alice will be teaching that here. It is $4.95 per participant. And if you'd like more information, you can scan that QR code or you can get in touch with Alice. Brent and Alice are oddly not here. I think they're in Alaska or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a perfect example of why everybody should be at that class, because they're in Alaska.
Yeah.
They're producing so much that they can go on vacation and do something.
They
cool.
go on scuba diving trips like every year.
Yeah.
No, yeah, scuba, yeah, absolutely. Which is kind of like the lifestyle I want to live, right? And there you go. And this is how they do that. So, good. Lead generation and leads. What is that exactly? Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow. Thank you. I got to remember there's no date on it. So tomorrow morning here in the Market Center, we'll be giving out leads. We've got a number of leads coming in from a bunch of different sources. We will be handing those out to people who are here in the Market Center tomorrow morning doing their lead generation. So that'll be starting at 9 o'clock a.m. If you're here, get some leads to follow up on. If you're not, don't. All right, so that'll be there. So we'll do a little role play, we'll do a little lead generation, so we'd love to see you here for that tomorrow morning. And Mentor Minute, Ray.
Well, I've been hearing some great things from Jen's people. In fact, everybody's been doing open houses. Hey, Oscar, you did an open house last week, and how'd that go?
It's coming up this Saturday.
Oh, it's this Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, Brandon, who was here last week, couldn't make it today because he's out showing property to a client that is also probably going to be listing.
I love it. Brandon is doing so much hustle right now. He was wasn't he our PC Student of the Month or
Yes.
something? Yeah, exactly, yeah. And came in, had a quick closing. Right now he's now got another really good lead where he's showing homes and possibly listings, so double N, that'll be 3 units in what, like 2 months?
Yeah.
There you go. So it can be done? It can be done. Yes, Rose?
So I had an open house this weekend in Highland, in my listing over there, in the
Yeah.
high, 795. And I possible seller,
Yeah,
seller and buyer, and then another buyer.
yeah,
From out of the area, actually, most of them.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, open houses are moving right now, for sure. There's a lot of energy in the market right now, so want to be capitalizing on that. So make sure you're out there, and again, in communication with your sphere, doing those open houses, doing everything to capture those leads.
And if anybody wants to do an open house on that property, it's open for next weekend.
If you guys don't rush her after this meeting, I would
Highland.
really scream, okay?
This is the high end of this Highland.
All right,
Very
all right.
nice house.
Hey, we wanted to let you know that Brent Beachel is running for IVAR president. I believe this is going on right now. So if you're a member of IVAR, we want you to go ahead and just support Brent. Brent absolutely does a phenomenal job representing Keller Williams Riverside and in so many ways, whether that's with the Chamber of Commerce. He was the treasurer for IVAR this year. He just graduated from the Riverside Leadership Institute. I mean, Brent is out there in the community telling people about the good work that we are doing. So I would love to have you just support this candidacy. And again, you want an advocate that's going to support you, who's going to bring the Y4C2Ts to IVAR, right? So if you guys could go ahead and do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And so
It's on our Facebook.
it is on our Facebook. If you need the link,
Click on it.
click on the link. There you go.
It's easy.
There you go. All right, good deal. Well, let's talk about our listings. We have just listed 3-bedroom, 4-bath from Kevin Allen and the Restory team. That's 2,919 square feet for $738,000. And that's a beautiful house in Riverside, California. Go ahead and get in touch with Kevin if you're looking for an open house opportunity. I know he might be holding that, but we never know. One of the things that came up in our ALC meeting recently was, should you hold open houses on homes that are under contract?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
You pick up
Anything can
buyers.
happen.
Or sell.
Anything can happen and you pick up buyer selling. Who are you marketing?
Yourself.
Yourself, right? You're marketing the property and you're marketing the sell. Could the house fall out? Has anyone had a house fall out this year? Yes, okay. So if it's active under contract, you can still do open houses.
Even active under contract?
Active under contract, you can.
Because we got in trouble doing that.
Really? An active?
For some reason.
I've never heard that.
Under
So,
contract?
if it's active under contract, you can still market the property. If it's pending, you can't.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
she didn't know anything about it then.
I'll get clarification, but you should not. Who'd you get in trouble from?
The other agent that we had in escrow.
Okay.
We were in escrow and then we put under contract
Yeah.
and she said, that's supposed to be showing.
Until they release
That's not
contingencies and it's pending, you have an obligation to show it.
Okay, yeah, they did release the contingency, so.
Right, then you should move it depending. So, anyway, but, so just something to be aware of. So yes, that's a great opportunity on this one. We've got 851 Fern Street Orange, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths for 2,000 square feet for $1,098,000. That's actually a fairly good price for Orange, looking at the condition of that home and the size of it. So definitely get in touch with Bob Jackson. Again, another great open house opportunity. All right, we've got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath for $899 from the Diane Frank team. This is Skipper's Way Drive in Canyon Lake, 4,872 square feet. Get in touch with Diane for more information. Boys, a lot of new listings this week. Just listed 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,404 square feet from Cesar Medina. And that is in Riverside, California for $540. $540, that is going to pop fast. If you got people trying to get into the market, this is a great home for them. Get in touch with Cesar on that one. It will not last long. And then 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 635,000 square feet in Corona. Again, that's an entry level in Corona. That one won't last long either. Get in touch with Jules Farmer for more information. Looks like they're doing some lawn work there. Good. Well, hey, yes, Rose.
And I'm not sure if you guys put it last week. I didn't see my listing.
Was it new last week or this week?
Last week.
Then
But I
it
didn't
probably
see it
was
on-
in last week's new listings.
Last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
Okay, tell us about
I
it.
want to promote it. It's a 5-bedroom, 3 full baths. It's in East Highland, on the high end of East Highland. 3,500 square feet, and it's in turnkey condition. So HOA is only $150, but it's a clubhouse, pool, spa, racquetball, tennis court. There's a lot of amenities into the home warranty. Let me see what else. There is a loft as well. So 5 bedrooms plus a loft, 1 bedroom, 1 bath downstairs.
That's phenomenal.
Really open floor plan. Ceilings are high, very high ceilings. So 2004. And if you have anybody, it's $795. Seller is very motivated. It's already in escrow on another property, so they are very motivated. It is empty now. We had a trustee sale as well, Friday, Saturday, and everything is out. So
All right.
there is a master bedroom in the house already. They spent like $10,000 on the bedroom, but it's huge, and they're willing to let it go with the house.
All right.
So if you have any buyers, or open house this
Okay.
weekend.
Good deal.
available.
We'll get in contact with Rose for more information for open house opportunity for sure. What was the price on it again?
$795, but they're very motivated.
All right, excellent. Good deal. Well, hey, our content today, you know, one of the things that's a challenge as an independent contractor is you can feel like you're on your own, right? If I went and worked for a company where I was an independent contractor, I would have benefits with that. Well, one of the things that differentiates Keller Williams Riverside from a lot of other real estate companies is we want you to have those benefits. So that's why we've got Colonial Life here. We've had some great agreements and relationships with them to help you guys cover yourselves, your families, and kind of think in a long-term way. So I'm going to shut up and I'll give it to Dell and Victor. So there, all right, come on.
That was awesome. Thanks for the intro.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How nice to have the sun out every day again, right? Forever. Was that the winter forever? Does everybody have one of these venues? If not,
Yeah.
here we go.
Another one. We'll keep going.
Good morning. Go ahead, get up in front. Thank you. Keep something else up. Everybody happy back there?
I'll be brief. But we love this. You're like Ken because we're the same thing. We're independent agents, right? We do insurance, so it's nice to see people go up and get it, right? Like you guys said, the 80-20. We're out there going and getting it, right? There's nobody clocking in with us. We're not, on someone else's agenda looking for breaks. If we don't go get it, we don't get it, right? So we feed our families and pay for life. So who is Colonial Life? They're a voluntary benefit company. If you've heard of them, great. If you haven't, they're like Aflac, right? They're voluntary essential benefits that pay you cash for things, God forbid, happen to you in your life. And they happen all the time. I've been with them for over 20 years now, which drives me insane. I think I've done anything for over 20 years, but I've seen a lot happen in 20 years, right? The good, bad, and the ugly. So when I speak now, I don't speak on a sales way. I more speak as this is what happens in life. I've seen it happen. Here's how you can help protect yourself, right? This is Victor. He's with me as well today. And here's some good news right off the bat. Like he stated, like most people don't get these kind of benefits unless they're W-2 employees. So the fact they're offering to you guys, take advantage. Because it's group rates, not individual rates. If you've done shopping in the past, it's expensive. It's expensive. Or not. What they're also doing for you guys, which is a really nice gift, is everyone in this room will get a free $10,000 life policy as long as they sit with Victor and give your beneficiary information. At that point, when I go to the meeting, if there's one or two things you want to talk about with Victor, ask him questions. There's no strings attached. Take advantage of that. It's $10,000. It may not be everything, but it's something, and your family would totally appreciate that if you have an untimely, departure. Okay, so getting the menu really fast. I'll go over the menu. If you have any questions, let me know. But I'll give you kind of a high-level overview. When you sit with Victor, you can ask more in-depth questions, personal questions that way, okay? So the first benefit on there is the disability benefit. I keep it simple. It's paycheck protection, right? You guys all go to work to make a living, to support your families, your lifestyle. This protects that lifestyle. All the way down to lunch money to your kids, right? Your mortgage, your car payments, the groceries, down to lunch money for the kids. I've seen it. One of the reasons I got in this industry, I lost my home, and everything we had at the age of about 30, bought our first home. Long story short, I got injured, had a knee surgery. When they said go back to work, I got infected, had another knee surgery, went back to work, got infected twice, had 3 surgeries in about a year and a half. We lost everything. My wife's a school teacher. We bought our first house in Lake Arrowhead. She was just becoming a new teacher, so she didn't have any tenure. And it was when they were laying teachers off at the time. Some cutbacks, but it was 2004 or 5, somewhere around there. So it was a perfect storm, and we had our 3rd child away. So it was like, you got to be kidding me. But you realize really quick what you do and don't have and how long it's going to last, right? And most bank accounts can't cover that. Most of us guys, like 70% of people can't even get $1,000, emergency, come with that kind of funds. That's the life we live right now. Most people are paycheck to paycheck. We knew after 2 months we were sunk. And we went through the foreclosure. We'll buy people driving by the house to get your house with the windows. That's a horrible feeling. It was probably the most depressed I was in my life. Along came this opportunity. And to convince my wife to do a job where you only get commission based was pretty scary because we just lost everything. But I saw what I didn't have covered. And to be very honest, we had Aflac come to my work 2 weeks before I got hurt, and I blew the guy off. I'm young, not going to happen to me until it did. I was on rollerblades, by the way, showing up to my older kids. Didn't work out very well. So disability, paycheck protection, it's why you come to work, right? We'll tell you what you qualify for. They go off what you guys do as far as your commissions for the year. We'll give you a foundation of that. It's different for everybody. It's not a one-size-fits-all. We'll say here's what you qualify for, but it's not. You have to buy the most amount. You know what you need to get for your monthly amounts to make things meet. Let Victor know. They'll bring it down to what's affordable. We don't want to hurt anybody here. It's a way to protect you guys, right? So take a look and ask questions about that. Any injury, any illness, 24/7. Okay. I used to say about. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah. So remember one thing too is you're all not W-2 income, right? So where are you going to get your disability from? W-2s get it from the state of California or workers' comp on the job. You guys, we don't get anything as independent contractors, so we have to go get our own stuff. So with the rates that we're providing as a group rate for a disability product, it's actually a pretty good benefit for you guys.
Yeah, take a look. Please take a look. Where's that with that? So bottom line, there's different elimination periods. So I'll go over that with you too. So you want how long you'll be off work before you start on the clock with us to get paid. It's just a way to protect what you guys do, right? Next one is the accident insurance. If you have an active lifestyle, you have growing children, take a look at that. And by the way, most of these benefits are like a price of Starbucks per week, $7 to $10 per week. It's not like major health insurance, things of that nature. You'll be amazed how affordable they really are and what it protects. Accident insurance is kind of like, how to say, going to Denny's, right? You say you break an arm. Your kids are in sports, they break an arm. They go to the emergency room, they get $100 for the emergency room. They get x-rays, they get money for that. If they have a cast, there's money for that. There's follow-up care. If you're out of the area, I'll pay for a hotel, transportation. It goes on and on and on. Just a list of a menu list of things they pay you for. And I think that's what's that starting around now per week.
Like $4.
Yeah, $4 a week. I have 4 beautiful children and 1 ugly one. Something's wrong with the recipe that day. Just kidding. But Colonial will never get even with me because they've all played sports. And I've got one who just got into college yesterday, so he's out of the house, and 1 left in the house. So the accident claims are going to go down now, but we've received thousands of dollars on sports accidents, things like that, and some are just in the house, right? But for that, I think I was paying $60 a month for the family on that. Piece of cake, piece of cake. They'll never get even. They'll never get even on that. It does have some accidental death insurance involved in that too, so it's a very robust benefit for the price. And he'll go over that with you individually. Next, this one's gonna kind of sting for everybody. It's the life insurance, and I try to be careful how I bring this up, because it's not a scare tactic. It's life. None of us get out here alive, right? We're not. You're playing with house money when you get life insurance. If I were to say it's your last 30 seconds of your life, and you're looking at the family who loves you, the people who love you the most, on the worst day of their life, are you leaving them protected? It's a black and white, yes or no. If you're not, look at life insurance. It's not about you, it's about them. What you're leaving behind for them. And when it's all said and done, now's the time to look at that, right? Said was the best time to buy a house was yesterday. The best time to buy life insurance is the day you see that. And most of us put it off. And he'll let you know too what you qualify for. It's age banded, there's different rates and all that, but when it's all said and done, if you can't write a check to protect them and their security and their livelihood, which most of us can't, have the insurance company write that check, tax-free. What is the squeeze worth the juice for paying $50 to $100 a month for a couple $100,000 in life insurance? Probably. When it's all said and done. Please.
Can you build interest on that life insurance policy?
There are some that do have cash value we offer. So there's two different types. It's kind of like you can either rent your insurance or you can buy your insurance. So great question. And when it's all said and done like that, you know, most can't survive. And what do you leave your family behind with? Are they secure? You know, there's mortgage insurance up there, right? That's paying for the mortgage. It's not paying for the lifestyle. If you have young ones on the way, it's a tough gig. Right now, I'm feeling a little more secure, even though I have life insurance. Okay, I've got one left in the house. So I bought term insurance myself, right? That's the route I took. And I've had a good deal on that for a long time. I did a 30-year term. But we're almost out of the woods as far as having to worry about taking care of them. They're starting to take care of themselves. And that's what it should be about, right? Are you taking care of the ones you leave behind? And at what point can they take care of themselves? Don't talk to Victor about that. I didn't scare anybody, but it happens, right? We're none of us get alive. And that's the house money. I don't own a colonial. Go get them. The next one is the cancer benefits. I guarantee everybody in this room has been touched by cancer by someone they love or care about, right? It's 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women that say they get cancer in their lifetime. And the results right now are even higher. I know since COVID, our cancer claims are up over 500%, and our death claims are up almost 700%. That's not meant to scare anybody, but obviously something's changed, and the rates are going to go up. Just like the housing costs, right? Just when you get new insurance, I think by the end of this year, we're going to see the actual rates go nuts. They're going to raise the rates quite a bit because they're taking the shorts. They are. We have friends in the industry. They say, yeah, the claims are crazy right now. They thought they were going to kind of plateau. They haven't. They keep rising. So take a look at the cancer benefits. It's touched my family. There's a wellness benefit built into it, so you get your annual exams done. It'll almost pay for itself. It's really, just be diligent on that one. And even the added cancer, I know you talk about it every day when you sit with people. What's like the main thing you see, the concern?
So, well, the main concern is everybody here has medical insurance, right? And when you go back and you look at your medical insurance policy, what's your out-of-pocket maximum going to be for you? It could be $2,000, it could be $10,000. That's just what the policy says. What about the things that the policy doesn't cover? So Del and I have both been through cancer situations in family. And I can tell you my situation, $18,000 out of pocket in a year and a half. My cancer policy paid over $39,000. So it was significant. Covered all that $18,000 plus another $18,000 for me to take 6 months off of work. So it can be tremendous. But that's one thing you need to remember is look at your medical policy and see what that number is, because that's what you're going to pay every year. And the government's not doing us any favors by increasing that every year either. It was $8,700 in 2022. It's up to about $9,300 this year, and that's on a lower end excuse me, on a lower end policy. If you go with a gold or a silver or a gold or a platinum, it could be $2,000 or $3,200. But still, that's a lot of money to come out of pocket with, especially if you have an ongoing condition, and that's every year.
Thank you. And to give you an indication, you talk about my family having a brush with it too. My wife had a brain tumor, right? And how she found it out was getting her annual exam done. We have Kaiser, and she went in for her annual exam, and she just told the doctor, hey, by the way, I've got some tinnitus, whatever it is in my ear. I hear my pulse in my ear. Okay, we'll check. It's in your ear, nose, and throat. But he checks further, finds more tests. Goes to a specialist. There's a brain tumor. It's a really rare one. Tragulous, I should kill him for not knowing this, tragulous something tumor. and it's near the carotid artery, and it's behind here. They had to cut her from, around her ear, take a piece of the skull, all those horrible things you think about. But in a blink of an eye, her life changed, right? Just going for an annual exam, she learned all that. So that's the importance of going and getting those things done. It's not because, you need to get those done, because you're going to find things like that early. And she's alive today because she found it early. It was just on a whim. Oh, by the way, my ears drive me nuts. Crazy, right? And thank God she's still with us, right? She's still with us. She's doing strong. She's healthy. But that's a story like, hey, those exams are worth their weight in gold because that's where you find these things. You beat it. This cancer, you all want to beat that sucker. Critical illness. Any critical illness is covered lump sum. So it's like paid cash, lump sum. So heart attack, stroke, end-stage renal failure. You, God forbid, you suffer from one of those. They'll give you a lump sum. You tell us what you want to get. From 5 to 100,000.
75.
I'm sorry.
75,000.
75. You, God forbid, you get a certain one of those, you'll get a lump sum payment. So you can spend it how you want. It doesn't go towards whatever you want. All these benefits pay cash to you guys. They go to the doctor, they go to your employer. They go to you. Cash in your pocket. Spend it how you want to spend it.
And the thing about this one is that most of those conditions that are covered, we're all surviving now because of modern technology and medicine. And so what do you do if you have a stroke and you can't work? You need wheelchairs or ramps in your house. What do you do? Where do you get the money for that? This is a great way to cover those kinds of expenses.
One trip to Hawaii. So hospital confinement, if you have health insurance already in here, like we were talking about deductibles, that's what it helps protect. And the out-of-pocket expenses when it comes to being hospitalized or going to surgeries, inpatient, outpatient. So if you have a deductible, we'll let you know what we're offering. I think there's $1,000 we're offering this benefit, this group.
I think it's 1,000 and 2,000.
1,000, 2,000. If you have a really high deductible plan, it's a good benefit to look at. If it's cost effective, look at the difference between what you pay per month and what it would cost you out of pocket. If you can cover that, great. If not, take a look at that benefit. They'll go over that with you if you're interested. And find a dental insurance. If you don't have dental insurance, we're offering that for you guys too. And it's PPO, so you go anywhere you want. Great rates, surprisingly great rates through Colonial. And dental's pretty straightforward, right? But it covers exams and things of that nature. And so orthodontia on this one, it's benefit.
Yeah, orthodontia just for kids.
Just for kids.
And then there's a vision rider too you can add to it. So if you need your eyes checked and glasses and lenses and things like that, contacts, there's coverage for that as an additional benefit.
This is the point where I want to say there's no such thing as dumb questions, just dumb people, so be careful about what you ask. Question?
What's different about Aflac and Colonial Life?
That's an easy question to answer. They're similar, right? They're probably two of the best companies out there doing it. It's going to be representation and service. They both know where they're at as far as pricing, right, and what they offer, the richness of the benefit. They're the same. They are. Is your agent taking care of you? When the rubber meets the road isn't when we help you guys out initially. It's where the service is. When you call, hey, I need to change my beneficiary. Hey, I had an accident. How do I make my claim? That's where you need to pick up the phone and call you guys.
So do they pay out when you get the physical exam?
They do.
They do pay.
You can go off your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of a what's called the system where it's just off your word.
Yeah, it's on your honor.
It's an honor system.
So they don't require documentation. In fact, what I recommend is if you have something done that's listed in the wellness benefit, is when you leave your doctor's office, just make the phone call and just call it in and they'll send you a check within 2 days.
Sometimes it's overnight, this
Yeah.
direct deposit.
But that way you remember it. A lot of people, part of our job is education, right? So when we come out and do like the renewal stuff, so this is a first time meeting, right? So next year we come out, we do the renewal. We talk to you about your wellness benefit. Did you claim it? And if you didn't, then we can do it right there on the phone with you.
It
So
happens
get it done.
all the time.
It happens a lot. It's like anything. Most people forget about it. 60% of the people do it first, and then the other 40% forget about it. So the 40%, then it's usually the next 60% or the 40% they get it done when we talk to them.
I've had some clients where we've gotten their benefits paid 3-4 years after not making a claim. So we'll get it done. If you paid for it, we'll get your claim paid. The difference are similar, it's just representation. There's some good people in all companies, right? Not all Keller Williams people, not just good. They're doing this, but same thing. It's representation of companies. Those are good companies.
Right, and Dale and I have been around. I've been doing this for over 30 years, so I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And so you can pick up the phone, call me direct, and I can walk you through anything. I can help you out, whatever. That's what we're here for.
I dip my toes in
It's not
still
making a sale.
good.
I mean, it's like you guys, when you go out and make a sale for real estate or somebody buys a house, that's not, you're not done with that person, right? And same thing with us. We're not gonna be done with you until we're I guess,
Yeah, it's-
retired in the grave.
It's kind of cool. You guys like sell a dream, right? You see that look on their face when you sell them a home, when they get to walk in the door at that time. That's a cool feeling, right? It's gotta be a great feeling, very fulfilling. We're trying to protect that dream. It's the same thing, you know. It's your own dream. You all own your own house, it's your own family. Just protect it. That's all this is about. That's simple. No strings attached. So there's a sign-up sheet up here. If any of you guys need to get busy, you got lives to lead. Put your name, cell, and email. He'll also be here today, Victor. So if you have time, please sit with him, go through that, get your free life insurance, ask questions. It's that simple. Anyone have any questions?
So let me just add one more thing. So the open enrollment for you guys ends on the 30th, correct?
Correct. That's
So,
a big,
so
huge
the end
time of the
week.
essence.
So we tried to get this scheduled earlier in the month so that you'd have a little bit of time. But when you look at our stuff, I mean, most of the stuff is, you know, $3 to $4 a week, up to maybe $8 to $12 a week. So it's not expensive stuff. Pick out things that you like. Not everybody buys everything like Dell and I do. But I've had my stuff for over 25 years. And here's the best part about it. My rates haven't changed with the plans that I'm in. So once you get into a plan, you can keep that plan for the rest of your life at the same rate. I mean, I'm paying rates that are, you know, back in the 1980s, 90s, somewhere around there. And they're unheard of.
Yeah, they'll
Housing
phase out.
prices
They'll
are-
phase out the benefits and offer a new one so they don't get you with an increase because that's bad business. Come back and say, oh yeah, your rates went $10 a month. Like, what? This here a year ago. And first of all, thank you for allowing us the time to speak to everybody too. When it's all said and done, it's when someone makes a claim, I won't say I'm the happiest, but you know you help save someone's livelihood that way. That's what it's all about. I'll get it for you guys.
Your life insurance too, because whatever rate you get now, it's gonna just continue, it
It
doesn't go
depends
up
on
in
the
age?
plan, but, you know, just like Dale was saying, renting versus owning. If you're renting, your rate's gonna run out at some point in time for that guarantee. But then you can still keep the policy, it'll just increase in the rate based on what your age is.
I've got 2 years left on mine.
Yeah.
Then we get cream, believe me.
There's a blend of both types of life insurance, in my opinion, that you should look at. When my kids were born, I took out 30-year term policies for $250,000 on each one of them, or on my life, so that I figured by the age of 30, they'd be out of the house and have their own jobs. 2 out of the 3 are doing well. So my son just graduated from high school, so he's got a plan. But I still have 12 years just in case for him. You know, and then they'll drop off, but I still have my permanent policy that will cover final expenses, and I can take the cash if I want. So those are things that we go into in personal ones for you.
Thanks for the questions. Everyone thinks that's fine.
All right.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
hey
it.
guys. Thank you. So Deb and Victor will be here for appointments. I highly encourage you just to sit down just to get the information, right? Because, you know, the great benefit in real estate is, yes, you can make as much money as you want to, but one of the challenges is you're the one who has to make that money. There's no, if you stop working, you stop getting paid. So an accident that keeps you from working, that can really set you back, and this is a way to kind of bridge that gap. So have that conversation, whether it be the employment benefits, the life insurance, the dental insurance, whatever that would be, have that conversation. No obligation, just a conversation. So, cool. Well, that is really our meeting for today. Southland Pest Control is our sponsor today. Are they here?
Yeah.
Well, come on up.
Ring
Tell us.
the big lights,
Yeah. Come on up, guys. Tell us a little bit about what you offer.
Are we coming up there?
Yes, come on up here. Yep.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us. This is my wife, Shami Marcelo. We are the owners of Southland Pest Control. And we just wanted to come here and introduce ourselves. And we want to offer a service that you guys can enhance to your buyers or sellers. As long as it's in the Inland Empire, we can handle it. Anything outside of that, it's pretty much too far for us. Okay. She's going to pass out some information for you guys.
You're welcome.
And a little bit about our background is we started in pest control in 2007. I used to do mortgage loans and I was afraid back then, so I kind of stopped doing that and got my money and we opened up this thing right here. It's been working out pretty good for us. It was just her and I for the first 8 years or so until we started hiring people, and then we're pretty good. The thing that she's passing out is an enhancement to your guys' client base. About 8 out of 10 home buyers usually get a pest control service within the first 6 months of buying a home. This right here is we're offering a free pest control service right at the close of escrow, so that when the homeowners move in there, they got a pest-free environment. Okay, yes, it puts her foot in the